one thing. All right, we're going to get resituated again. Okay, so I usually try to not be like, can everybody hear me? Because it's just sort of like kind of, I don't know, like a newbie thing. But then I seem even more like a noob because I go on for 30 seconds or more without you guys hearing me. So let's start this over again. Welcome to tonight's swatch party. I have my makeup towel, fresh makeup towel ready on my lap. And I probably should have grabbed a full-size bath towel because we have a lot of swatches to go through and there's going to be glitter everywhere, but I am here for it. I am so excited for tonight. This is going to be a fun one. If we haven't met, I'm Kelly. I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, not a professional audio expert, but here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real, real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So I just want to take a second to say hi to everybody in the chat. Tasha, I was saying that I've been really excited for this too. I waited to open up this box until today, which I kind of regret a little bit, and we're going to get into that. But I was like, okay, you don't want to touch anything yet. I always like to wait to swatch things with you guys. So we are going to have a lot of fun. Mary, I also said that a couple of these shades are because of you, because I saw them in one of your hauls, and I was like, yep, I need that. Hey, Steven, and we have Rebecca. I saw that Liz was in here, and Tori. Let me see who else we have coming on in. Steven, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You are so sweet. So I hope everybody is having a great Monday night. Oh, hey, Colin. So it's taking I feel like my StreamYard is a little bit lagging, so it'll take me just a second to see everybody tonight. So, all right, we have a lot to go through. I was waiting to do another Glam Shop order until I had something that kind of drew me in. And I feel like I haven't bought like a neutral palette in a while. I think I only have a couple. And when I saw the Nude Mandala collection, I was like, ooh, these look really pretty. I actually really like that they did a fully sparkly palette and a fully matte palette. I really do like the Glam Shop matte. So I was like, well, here's the chance to buy something new. And while you're at it, you might as well buy a full palette's worth of other Glam Shop singles. So we have those. I have a couple other things from the Nude Mandala collection that we'll be sharing as well. So we have a lot to get into, and hopefully I have enough makeup wipes to get us on through. So again, I hope that you are all having a great Monday night. Thank you for hanging out with me on this weekday night. You'll have to let me know how you guys feel about these weeknight lives. I'm trying to see what everybody's preferring now that like summer is here. We're doing the fun things. We all have a little bit more going on the weekends. So we will see. Now, I also have to say that I did all of my makeup but concealer because I feel like, you know, we might get a little fallout with some of the sparkle. We will see, but I thought, oh, I'll just touch up the concealer later. But I purposely wanted to go through and do a full face of drugstore because I feel like it's been getting a little fancy pants here on the channel. So I just wanted to show that you can definitely have a full face of beautiful glam on a budget. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I put on. I went through with the Light Illusion foundation from Flower Beauty. This I love. I will say I had to cheat a little bit and add a little bit of MAC Face and Body just because it's a little light for me right now. And then I also went through with the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. This is the dark shade. If you guys saw my live bronzer declutter, I was thinking about getting rid of this one, but I did do a little research on those little bubbles, and Haley was right. It's just like kind of that product separation. And another flower favorite, these are the blush bombs. I mixed, what did I do here? What is this one? Pinched and Nectar. I use these so much that the writing is starting to rub off. These are so amazing. And then on my lips, we have Wet n Wild, baby. This is a gel lip liner. What is the shade? Oh my gosh. Lay Down the Mauves and the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil. I don't even know what this shade is. This is Blossom Out. It's almost clear, but I was really excited to be feeling awfully bronzy, glowy. I got a little J-Lo moment going on, like I said, on a budget. So these are definitely a few of my favorites. I was like, we can bring the price down a little bit. And that is one thing that I will say about Glam Shop as well. I feel like if you get it when the USD to Euro rate is doing pretty well, these shadows can be actually pretty affordable. Minus the shipping, that is one thing. And we will talk a little bit about the prices of these items if you want to know. I did pull up my order so we can chat as well. All right. So why don't we just crack right into this? We have a lot to go through. So let's see here. Now I have to say one of the other things that drew me in with this Nude Mandala is the packaging. So these are the outer casings. You guys can see these palettes are so, so pretty. I mean, even just like that outer sleeve is really nice. So I just want to double check the price on these. So I'm going to be talking about all of these in euros. And right now the US dollar rate to euro is $1.19 to every euro. So just so that you know, so everything would just be a slight bit more expensive in the US dollar. So both of these palettes, actually this one, the matte, I'm sorry, the shimmer one is $21.09, and the shimmer, the matte one, geez, matte shimmer, the matte one was $22.87. So I really think that that's a pretty darn good price if we like the formulas. Have any of you tried out any of the singles, the matte singles from Glam Shop? I did get a couple, but this is going to be the first time like I've tried out the singles. I'm curious. I love the mattes within the like palettes that I have, like some of those 9 pans, and I have the one bigger palette from Glam Shop, and I was like, wow, these mattes are actually really, really nice. So I'm going to be excited to go through those. So you can see here, this is the shimmer palette on the inside. This is so beautiful, like just so, so pretty. You guys can see. I think that this is nice because it's nude, but it definitely has some tonal vibes. We have like almost like some taupey grays. Of course, we have this nice like coppery color. Then you guys know I love my champagne-y shades. So these are lovely. Colin, at some point, I definitely recommend finding a makeup friend that you can go in on an order with, split the shipping costs because they are a little bit expensive, but I think that you would be very happy to try a few. So that is one thing that I will say is the shipping breaks my heart. Especially, I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram, but I did have one product, one for the very first time out of the like 4 or 5 or more shipments I've had from Glam Shop. One came completely shattered, and I'm certainly, I bet that Glam Shop isn't going to send me a replacement because it would cost so much. And I'm also not going to do another order just to get that replacement. So that was a little bit of a bummer. So I also, of course, got the matte palette. This is, again, the outer casing here. I'm going to pop in here. Ugh. Let's see if we can get this out of the sleeve. I don't keep the sleeves. Do you guys keep sleeves from your palettes? I know a lot of people like keep sleeves. They keep the boxes. I don't do that. I know some people that keep the boxes separate from the palette, but I know that if I have to do this every single time, I'm just never going to grab for it. So that is just me. Hey, Luck Maiden. Nice to see you. So here is the matte palette. Again, I think that this is really nice. This, let's see, what do we have here? 5. We have 15 shades. And truly, while I think at a first glance, it sort of looks like some of these are a bit similar, looking up close, they definitely have different tones. So I feel like even, you know, if we look at these two, you have a neutral and a warm, and then here you have a cool tone and a more like neutral shade. So I'm excited to swatch all of these as well. Love it. Okay, we're going to move these sleeves out of the way. Now that I have shown you the sleeves, I'm just probably going to end up recycling them because I don't have any time for that. All right. So the other things that I got from the Nude Mandala, this palette, like the outer package. If you guys know me, I when I opened this up in the mail, I immediately wanted to go back on and buy like 17 more. I don't necessarily need that, but wow, look at this. Is this Kelly in a box or what? Oh, this is so pretty. So this palette was, let me see here. How much was this one? So this was, oh, now I wish I had gotten another one. $6.91 in euros. So man, this is a cutie. I should have gotten more. So I love this so much. So I'm really excited. I did fill this entire thing with new shadows. So we'll be swatching those in a little bit. Oh, yeah, Stephen, that is true. Like they do have some beautiful like sleeves. I just, again, I don't know. I think I'm just like always in a hurry. So I just always want to do things like really quickly. I don't even know if I just like want to just like have something that opens up really quickly. Hey, Lucy. Oh, you're totally good. You basically just missed me having audio problems as usual. All right, so yeah. So if you guys want to see more swatch inspiration, both Mary and Lucy have large glam shop collections, so you can definitely see some beautiful swatches and sharing. I definitely would recommend that. So here is the item that came completely crushed. This is the pressed highlighter. So this is the highlighter in the Son of Mandala. Now this says it's a pressed highlighter / blush. And I knew when I got this that it was totally going to be a highlighter, because if you saw the like sexy teaser video, it is complete sparkle all day, every day. And when I got this, I opened up the bubble wrap. If you've ever gotten Glam Shop, you know, they've got everything packaged really, really well. I opened up the bubble wrap and I saw like sprinkles of like a rosy shade. And I was like, oh no, 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 please, please no. And it was all over. It was all over. I will say I did take some time to try to repress this today. It is, I don't know how it's going to go. You guys can see here, it is this beautiful like champagne-y shade. We're going to put it on. This is going to be the first thing I swatch and put on, because I didn't put a highlighter and I just did like a very nude blush. My heart is broken because I think I'm really going to love this. It looks so beautiful. And I'm just not sure. First of all, I lost probably half of the product in the box, but I'm just not sure it's going to stay in here. Have you ever had something that you tried to repress and then it just keeps flaking out? I have a feeling that might be what happens here. So I have emailed Glam Shop. They're probably just going to give me a credit or a refund, which is fine, but it's really a bummer. So I could see, if I like this, repurchasing, and the packaging is so pretty, but man, that was a bummer. So we'll see how this repress works. I didn't want to do the repress where you use alcohol because I feel like that really changes the formula of a product. So I just did a dry repress. Fingers crossed. I'm just kind of checking on the chat here. All right. Yes, it does kind of match my nail polish. So the other thing that I purchased was this little mini Glam Shop palette. This has more new shades in it, but it's an 8-pan. And of course it comes empty, but I really like that this is pretty sturdy. It's got a nice big mirror in it. I thought that was pretty cool. And then, you know, a really nice, like, strong case. So by the way, that highlighting blush is $6.91, which is an incredible price for, like, I mean, I feel like it has a little less product than like your standard highlight compact, just from what was shattered all over the place. But that could just be that a lot of it was dust all over the box. But I still think that that's a really good price for a product. And then this little guy was $3.37. So you're looking at $4-ish, like, yeah, about $4-ish for this little cute palette. So I really am going to like having this if I do want to travel with some of my single shadows. You guys know if you have special shades, single shades, you want to like take them around in bubble wrap. And I feel like this is going to be a little bit sturdier. Yes, Anara, isn't it? It is so adorable. It's like kind of like a dusty mauve pink, almost like a millennial pink. I think it's so cute. I don't know if you were on, Anara. You're a rose gold friend of mine. This is the palette from the Nude Mandala collection. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. All right. So why don't we just go ahead and get into these swatches? So I'm going to start by swatching that blush / highlighter, and I'm going to put some on my skin. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. Come on in. Sorry. You know, I had someone earlier on Instagram say, oh, I'm afraid you're going to make me want to buy more things. And I was like, no guarantees, sorry. But this is also a good time to like start making a list of things that you want, like maybe for Black Friday sales or things like that, if you're really trying to like budget yourself. I have a Glam Shop wish list on my phone at all times because I see people who have shades and I'm like, ooh, I kind of want that one. And then I just put it in my wish list and like gather a few things. Hey, Peggy. Nice of you to hop in. By the way, Peggy, everyone, Peggy is the winner of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So Peggy, I have not sent out your package yet because I don't have a box big enough. I thought I did and it didn't fit. So I should be getting a Cosmoprof order in the next couple days with a box big enough to send out your stuff. I'm so sorry. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much beauty in here. It's bursting at the seams. So once I get a box that is big enough, I will send that your way. All right. So I put a different focus on today. There we go. So you guys can see it's like a champagne-y shade. Now, I wasn't sure if this was going to be too dark for my skin. They did have 2 highlighter shades. This was, again, considered to be a blush. But, I mean, unless you like blushes as shiny as those melt ones, I don't think I would ever necessarily wear this as blush. This, to me, is totally a highlight. So we're going to put this on. Because it's so pretty, it's like that peachy rose goldy. Oh, so cute. But you guys can see, I've talked about this on my channel before, like when darker highlights aren't hitting the light, sometimes they can look a little deep on lighter skin. So we're going to probably just wear this lightly. But if this does start to shatter in the pan again, I might try to just put it in like a loose little pot and then just use like a fan brush or something with it. I don't know. I'm gonna try. All right, so we're just gonna take the Morphe 510. You guys know that I like this one. It's like the only Morphe brush that still lives in my collection. That's pretty. And I think I'm like light medium as far as like my skin tone. We're just going to pack a little more on so you guys can see it. Ooh, she's cute. It definitely has a gold to peach, but the undertone of it, like the pigment of it is pinky, but then the shift is gold to peach. But yeah, I mean, this would not be this would not be a blush for most people just because it is so shiny. And I guess I should have tried to like mattify my skin a little bit more so that you guys could maybe see it a little bit better. Now, I think if you have a medium to deep skin tone, this would be a really beautiful shade. The other shade was pretty icy. And it just seemed like something that I already had in my collection a bajillion times over. But because I know how much I like the shiny things from Glam Shop as far as eyeshadows go, I thought I would try a face product. They do also have a bronzer in this collection, which I really wanted to try, but the bronzer too is shiny. It's like, okay, I like a luminous bronzer, but this looked like straight up shine. But again, for someone with really deep skin tones, I wonder if that would make like a nice like blush topper or even, you know, like a highlight on truly deep skin tones. Wow. Thank you. It is really pretty. So can you guys see when I'm face on, you can see how it made my cheeks a little bit more rosy, but it definitely has that like strong shift. We definitely put more on the second side because I started talking. Well, that just means we just have to put more on this side. And I will say, like, now my skin right now is doing pretty well, but I mean, this isn't accentuating texture for how shiny it is. But it definitely has a rosy undertone to it. Okay, it's so pretty. I'm hoping that it lives here. And I'm sure Glam Shop is going to give me a refund. So if it does end up in the makeup graveyard, what are we going to do? But it is a very pretty one. So now I feel complete. I have my whole face other than under eye concealer, because I have a feeling we're gonna need a little touch up after we do these eye looks. I also, before I get into the swatches, I'm just gonna put a little eye primer on. That is the one thing that I'm going to do that isn't drugstore. I honestly don't have a drugstore eye primer, I don't think. And if I do, it's not one that I've used a lot where I can feel like I have a true feel for it. When I do these swatch parties and sort of like little first impression demos, I like to use something that I know is good quality and I know how it reacts. So I'm just going through with the Urban Decay Eden primer potion, just a little bit of that, and then we'll just work this in. So if somebody has a good drugstore eye primer that has coverage, I do need some coverage because your girl has some serious discoloration on the lids. So we'll go through and then we will start our swatching. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of powder. Let's go through with our Project Pan. I feel like I am using this so much, this RCMA powder, and I think it's reproducing. It just isn't going anywhere. And I'm going to take the BK Beauty 104. I've been using this brush more. Like you guys know, I'm not usually team big brush, but it is really nice for like powdering the face. Oh, Stephen, you have your Divina order. I'm excited for you. I cannot wait. You're going to have to Marco Polo me. Okay, Stephen has a recommendation here. Oh, that's Anara. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to have to maybe look into that. I haven't tried the ABH one. I hear like about that, so I don't know, but maybe I'll have to try it. Hey, babe. Jeremy's in the house, everyone. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Oh, Anara, you and I, we should start a race. We should start a race to see who can go through more RCMA first. All right, so let's go ahead. We're just going to swatch some sparkle first. And I'm not going to go off of the names in this palette. I'm just going to go top row, middle row, bottom row, unless you all want to try to laugh at me trying to pronounce things in Polish, and that's probably not going to happen. And then we'll go through with the matte palette. I seriously feel like at this point, because I love Glam Shop so much, that I need to take some Polish lessons. So we're going to go through with that first row. Ooh, pretty. So, so pretty. I'm going to try to like, oh, there we go. I just needed to back up. You guys know, like Glam Shop really does such a nice job of having sparkly shades. Oh, hello. That's going to be a favorite. Sparkly shades that have so much luminosity, but they aren't like, even their glitters aren't super glitter, like, you know, unless they're meant to be, unless it's like a pressed glitter. But these all have so much sparkle in them that, but it's like a refined sparkle. So pretty. Love it. Ooh, you got Divina. You got Divina too, huh? That's great. Love it. Oh, yes. Mystic Moon Pie. Girl, you know I love me some Mystic Moon Pie. It is probably my favorite shade. All right. So now we'll go through with our second row. This row is definitely leaning more into the bronzy and like orangey gold shades. The only thing harder than like swatching on camera is trying to swatch in like delayed time as I'm watching my StreamYard screen. Oh, hold on. Pinky finger. Pinky swatches are pretty hard to do. I'm not like layering this up over itself. I'm just trying to like spread it out. So I think for a nude palette, I mean, that's got a nice range. Like this one definitely has a bit more violet to it. Pretty. I'm going to need some makeup wipes. Hold on. Get out my Costco just to like clean off my fingers here. Anara, I actually have a few of the Multichromes. I have a few of the new Multichromes and the pastel ones. So we will be swatching some of those tonight. I just got a couple so that I could like try out the formula and show you guys the formula as well. Hey, Caroline, no worries. There's no such thing as being late to a live. All right, last row, which I would say is leaning into like more platinum tones. So that is one thing that I think that Glam Shop did a really nice job of with this, even though it's like, like a nude or a natural palette, you've got a lot of undertones. So you guys can see those are definitely leaning more pewtery. Oh. Pretty. Very, very nice. And I mean, I think, I don't know how you guys feel. You'll have to let me know how you feel about a full shimmer palette. Is it a love hate? Is it a like total love? You'll have to let me know. I really don't mind having something that's super shimmery, especially with a formula that I know that I usually love, like Glam Shop, because I can just pull out another palette of mattes. I do that a lot. That is actually the reason that I got the other matte palette. Hey, Kara. Because I have a lot of single shadows, and I usually like to buy the special shimmery shades. So I think it's kind of cool that they have the palette, the matte palette available if you really just want some mattes to go with your shimmer shades that you have. If you do have a lot of Divina or Terra Moons or Cleona. So I think that something like this is a really great product. If they're good quality mattes, I think it's going to be really great to have to be an accompaniment for our other shades. I'm trying to think of the other, like I have the Too Faced Just Peachy palette, and I also have the Viseart, the first like matte one, the more the like neutral to warm mattes. That's really the only two like fully matte palettes that I have. And I think that this definitely has a different range of tones. So I'm really excited for this. So, all right, let's get into here. My chair is starting to get so squeaky. All right. So the only thing that I will say about this is obviously, and it's really hard, but I'm glad that just like the first two shades are something that are probably going to be used by very, very fair skin. And I think that as we get a little bit deeper down, hopefully it will be shades that can be used for like any skin tone. So that is one thing, like when you're doing a fully matte palette, especially, we want to make sure that these aren't going to be too chalky. And I do have some of the single mattes to be trying out tonight. Wow. Okay. Got to get a better finger swatch here. I do have a few of the single mattes. They're just shades that were on sale that honestly were so like grungy and cool that I was like, yeah, I can't miss out on it. And obviously I feel like some of these lighter shades you're going to have a hard time seeing on my skin. Hey, Natalia. Sorry, I'm just going to like, not necessarily build these up, but just kind of like spread these out a little bit. So these first ones are pretty light. Caroline, you say that you really like all shimmers. Yeah, I do too. All right, so we have this first row. I'm going to say that this first row, other than these last, like a couple of these will probably work on deeper skin tones, but definitely those first two are obviously going to be for light. Yes, Colin, I'm going to be really interested to see as we get here into the deeper shades to see how that they do. So I'm going to just kind of get this on my fingers. Hold on, I just messed up. But that is why I'm here, is to show how much pigmentation these have, how wearable they'll be for all skin tones, all depths of tone. And again, I think that one of the things is I'm going to use, oh, I just crossed one. That's really close to the other one. I'm going to use these obviously in tonight's looks, because I'm sure we'll do too. And I think sometimes with mattes, like these are not really swatching all that well. And so I'm hoping that that is not going to be a sign of what's to come. I'm just going to swatch these on my arm for each shade because I feel like I have to build them up, but just so you guys can see the tones. So please stand by and I will show you the results. But I think we've all tried shadows that don't swatch as well and end up coming out really beautifully. I guess I'd rather have something that performs better on the face and not as much on the swatch. And I will say that I feel like Glam Shop has a drier formula. So if you like that, that would be something to keep in mind. If you don't like it, then you're probably not going to love this palette. But I actually don't mind either. I think that sometimes a drier formula can be easier to work with. So here are a few more. So as we're working down, I feel like it's getting a little bit better. So there we have the middle and almost, ooh, I'm going to have to like, I'll go here for the last couple shades. So I think if you have like a medium to deep skin tone, you're only going to be able to use half this palette, like probably starting here and down. So, but we'll see what they look like on the face. So, because I think, I mean, so I feel like these shades, this one could definitely work as like a transition if you have deeper skin, but really it's going to be like the last 2/3 of the palette if you do have a deep skin tone. Hello and welcome. All right, so I am definitely going to wipe these off so we have some more some more real estate to work with. So what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to do the first nude look on one eye before we keep going with the single shadows that I have to swatch? Or do you guys want me to keep going with the single shadows? Here is, here's the shimmery palette for those that are just coming in. So you guys will have to let me know. Should we start and do the nude look and then we can hop into the single shadows? Let a girl know. And then this way I can like let my arms dry for a moment. Oh, that's a great question. Are the pans magnetic? I don't know. I don't know. I will have, I doubt it because I don't think that the pans, oh wait, I bet they are magnetic. I would imagine, but I don't know for sure because you probably could pop these out because I would imagine they're using the same pans that they use in their like regular single shadows. I can't imagine that they'd use a different pan. So I would think so, but the only way I'd know is to like try to pop one out. So yeah, not sure. But that's a really good idea actually, because you could totally do that. The only thing is it's like, then you'd have to have like I just feel like then you'd have to have a lighter skin friend to like hand the first third to. And is it worth you, like, what was the price on these again? I'm just going to check. So the price on the matte palette is 22.87 euros. So, I mean, even if you said $30, $20 for, like, if you thought $20 for this, if 10 shadows is worth $20 to you or like under $20, then that's actually like a really good idea. I love this community. We're all having some good ideas. Oh, okay. Well, Melly, I'm going to have to get a magnet. So I'm going to get a magnet, hold it to the pan, and I will let you guys know. I will update you guys in the comments down below, and I'll also throw it on Instagram. I'm sure Jeremy has a magnet around here somewhere. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and go through and do a quick nude look on this side, and then we'll go through. But you guys can see. So just to give you guys a sneak peek of what's coming up next is all of these fun ones. So I have a mix. I have a mix of, let's see, what do we have? I have some of the glitters. I have some of the Turbo Glow. I have some of the Velvet. I have a couple of the Multichrome and the Multichrome pastels. And of course, I have these mattes. These mattes were kind of giving me like Kaleidos vibes. So I'm very excited to try these as well. That is so funny. So if you guys didn't know, the last time I was trying to do a swatch party and I wanted a flashlight, I asked Jeremy to get me a flashlight. And the thing that he brought was like, no joke, bigger than my like Cinema Secrets. So I do have to say for some of the shimmer shades, I did get a smaller flashlight that we can use tonight if we want to. That's so funny. If he's not watching anymore, he's probably not. He's probably listening while he's painting, but I'll have to tell him that you said that. I'm going to take a Fresca break. All right. Hashtag not sponsored, but I'd love to be sponsored by Fresca because I love them. Okay, so let's try out some of these mattes. So we are going to start out with a fresh new clean brush. Let's go through with the Wayne Goss 03. And I'm just going to use my new little Glam Shop palette as my mirror. Okay, so I'm going to take, let's just see how pigmented these are. I'm going to take this like peachy shit, no, this one, and we'll see. I'm going to build up just so that we can see the pigmentation, how deep these are on my skin, so that everyone can kind of know how it would be on their skin tone. All right. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I wish that those first two shades in the palette weren't in there because I almost never go for like shades that are basically white. I do know that there are some people out there that are so fair that, you know, they wish that there were lighter shades in palettes, but I don't know. For me, it just doesn't get used very much. So I'm just almost using this. It's definitely a few shades darker than my like skin tone, like a couple. Yes, seriously, that'll probably be it. I'll share pictures. All right, so let's go through with the same brush and let's move into something a little bit deeper. Not just a little bit, a lot of it. This is in that like bottom row. I have to say, like, I feel like the last row is nice and pigmented, and you guys can see these are blending out really nice. Like there's no patchiness. They're pretty soft. They are definitely a more powdery formula though. So if that's not something that you love, just be aware. And obviously that's over those, that peachier light shade. All right, let's take a smaller brush. I'm going to go through with a Sigma E36. You know that I love this one. And we're just going to use this to make like a soft, not like a super cut crease, but just try to really define this section. So while we're sitting here and we're talking about Glam Shop and singles, I have quite a few singles on the way to me because I totally jumped in on the Cleona round pan sale. Did you guys do that? I got 3 of the bundles. I had 4 in my cart and I was like, Kelly, be real with yourself here. You don't need 4 bundles of a formula that you've never tried. But I know my friend Kara from Beauty and the Frizz, she really likes her set. I think, I can't remember which set she got. Maybe the Witchcraft versus Alchemy. No, it was the Ultra Metallics. And she said she really liked them. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to jump in on some of these. And they were so pretty. So I can't wait to get those. I'll probably be here by like New Year's Eve. You guys know with Cleona. So this is that second to darkest shade. And this is building up really nice. I don't think it's necessarily an unpopular opinion, but I think it is hard to have an all matte palette that has like a wide range of skin tone that would fit everyone. And that's why I think having something that's a little less expensive like this, really is more up my alley than like a really high end formula. Like as much as I love Natasha Denona, if she had a 30 or like a 20 shade palette of matte colors that was like $1 million like Natasha Denona is, I don't think most people would want that, because it's like, well, I'm not going to use a third of the shades in there. You know, if you are very, very fair, you're probably not going to use the really dark ones. And if you have a deeper skin tone, you're probably not going to use the really light ones. So I have just like a little bit of skipping here, but I have a feeling that's just from this area being damp. So these build up really nicely. Oh, the metals. Okay, I'm really excited to try them. So excited. All right, a lot of people in here got the Cleona. Yep. Oh, another brilliant idea. That is so cool. I really like that. I thought it was cool. Was it Adept that had that palette and they let you swap out for 2 other mattes if you wanted different mattes than what was in it? I thought that was a really cool idea, but it would definitely be time consuming for the brand for sure. Oh, Tasha, a lot of them. That's okay. No judgment in here. This is a safe space. Safe space. Okay, I am going to go ahead and use a bit of concealer just to not necessarily do like a full cut crease, but we're just going to clean up this area here. Just taking a Spectrum A19 brush. So the other thing that I ordered when I did my Glam Shop order was another Glam base or Glam glue, whatever they're calling it, because I really, really love that eye primer, like for glitters, like basically like a glitter glue. It is so nice. I like the consistency of it. I need a little bit more concealer here. Oh, I think that's actually pretty good. I just want to clean this up just a little bit, but I really like the consistency of it. And because it's so clear, it doesn't interfere with like the colors of what you first laid down, or doesn't interfere with the color of the shadow that you're putting over the top. Not really going to be able to do anything about that little patchy spot, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to shift this to the side for right now. And what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see like the champagne-y tones, the warm tones, some cool tones? Oh, I can't decide. That's the problem. Too many options. So let's start out and we'll just use that lightest shade as an inner corner highlight. But let me know what area of this do you want to see? Do you want to see the warmer tones or the cooler tones within the nude palette? Whew. Yes, I agree, Kara. I saw that they were asking for opinions on their Instagram. Cleona was, because I thought it was great that they did that, because it totally can be overwhelming. Even if you're just like looking for swatches, like you're like, okay, I have to, like, Glam Shop can be really overwhelming, because I personally feel like their website does not show the pans or like swatches as well. It can be very like misleading, like the pan images. And I'll show you guys that when we get to some of the shades that I bought, because the pan images look nothing like what the shadow actually looks like. So then you're like out there trying to find a real swatch, and it's like, okay, is this really a thing? I'll be back in just a minute. There we go. So I really did like that they had these bundles and that you could see them swatched together. It was really cool. All right. Peggy says golden, so let's go golden. So I just used that first shade in the palette. So this is the one that I used first. And then we're going to go in with this shade. And then maybe I'll use a little bit of this guy too. Oh, yes. Caroline, Sydney Grace, I did some damage there. I bought quite a few cream shadows. I got a few of their palettes though, because their palettes were so cheap during the 25% off. I was really excited to get those. And then I did get 4 mystery bags, 4 of them, because I wanted to have some things to put in a giveaway, but also I just could not decide. So I'll probably do a little mix and match, give a few. So this is the Glam Shop Glam Glue. We're just going to put this on the lid. And then I have a little synthetic spatula here that I got on Amazon. Ooh, this shade is going to be so pretty. These I definitely like to use slightly damp just to avoid any fallout. This is pretty. It's like a, I don't know, like a, it almost has the same vibes as the blush does, like the blush / highlight, where it's like pink undertone, but then it has a peach to gold shift. Cute. I don't know if you guys can see that little shift. It's not incredibly, it's not like the shiniest formula that I've seen from them, but I mean, you can see in here. So like these shades here. So this is the one that I just put on the lid. You can see that these ones here are that like highly metallic reflective. And then this one is super highly metallic. So I would say that these are like a really nice shimmer, but they're not like in your face. All right, same applicator. I'm going to go into that really gold shade, that like, oh baby, this like orangey coppery shade. So good. And we're just going to use this on the outer part. I really want to find some smaller silicone applicators. If anybody knows of any, I have been searching. I know Millie said that there was a brand that she had gotten some from, but I don't think that they do them anymore. I don't know. I have an e.l.f. one, but it's kind of flimsy. And I'm just going to pat that in. Pretty. You guys can see. So it's like a little bit of like an ombre situation going on. I'm going to take a little bit of that dark shade back again. Caroline, I do think that the Cleona bundles are limited edition, but I don't think, did they all sell out? Honestly, I didn't look because I didn't want to have, I didn't want to have like an urge to buy any more. I'm just taking this brush without any extra product on it and just like blending that a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take, just because this got really warm, I'm going to go ahead and take this like more reddish brown. I love shades like this. Oh, Colin says the shades are still in stock. See, I think that some of these, I mean, this is in that second row, and I think that some of these have a really nice, deeper tone to them. I just want to blend this out a little bit more. The only problem with not doing my concealer first is I feel like my inner corner of my eye is so dark. All right, and then I'm going to just take that original brush that we put our transition shade on and just blend this out. I do this with almost every look. Like just when I'm almost done the lightest shade that I have, I just dust through the whole look. Very pretty. We obviously don't have an under eye yet. All right. Oh, Cleona bundles are still in stock. Colin, you're making everybody run to the Cleona site now. All right. What do you guys think? I think that this is really pretty. I mean, it's obviously going to be a nude glam effect because it's all nudes, but I really like it. I mean, I think everything came together really well. I do think that you're going to need to have a light to medium, maybe medium deep, but you'll only be able to use the deeper shades. But that like reddish brown that I just put on really worked really nicely. So I think that these shadows will work, but these shadows probably not. All right. Now let's get to swatching. I'm going to feel a little bit like Too-Faced here while we sit. But that's okay. I feel good having at least makeup on one eyeball. All right, I'm going to set these to the side. And by the way, I did get out the rest of my Glam Shop collection. If you have some Glam Shop and you're like, oh my gosh, is that shade like this? I don't know if I want to get it or not. I can do some swatch comparisons. All right, so we're going to get everything out. So yes, oh, Stephen, thank you. Stephen's sharing Millie from Bad to the Brow. He's sharing her code for 10% off. So thank you for doing that. Thank you, babe. Oh, Peggy, you think my eyelids have real estate? I think it's a total fake. I don't think that they really do, but thank you. All right, so let's go ahead. I am actually, I'm going to swatch some of these shades first because these ones are really special to me because I was actually gifted these by a wonderful friend and subscriber, Miss Inara, and friends. So it was a very sweet little thank you, and it made me so happy. So she sent these shadows my way, which I'm so excited to have. So thank you for that. So we're going to swatch these ones first because I got them a little while ago and I just haven't had an opportunity to share these ones. So we're going to go through first with a couple of the Velvet Shadow formula. So Mary, if you are still in here, it is your fault that I got these first two because I saw your haul and I know we were talking about Old Gold. And I was like, yep, I really want to get that one. So we have Techno Peach. Okay, so the only problem is once I have these in this little like mini palette, I'm going to need to get a magnet to be able to get these out. So we have Techno Peach and Old Gold. These are, again, the Velvet Shadow formula. So these are a matte shadow with sparkle inside. Whoop, I don't want to go over the top. So these are so pretty. I'm going to turn my light down just a smidgen. So Techno Peach is like that pink into gold reflect. Like you've got that like beautiful peach tone. And then this Old Gold shade is so cool. Trying to get it, there we go, into focus. So it's like a greeny gold, beautiful grungy shade. Yeah, I think that the Velvets and the Turbos are probably my favorite. All right, so then we have the shade Peculiar, and we also have Origami. And these are, I believe, just the regular Turbo Glow the pigments. Ho ho. If you guys can see that. By the way, look at what Techno Peach just did to my to my finger. Yes, Stephen, tell me about it. I would love a Glam Shop code in the house here. I've not seen a Glam Shop code. So again, let me get a little bit of that. So this one is Peculiar, that top kind of pinky shade, or I guess that's purpley. And then Origami. This is so pretty. This would have been good in my beach palette. How is the lighting there, you guys? Do you feel like it's good? I can turn it down a little bit more. We haven't really gotten into the multi-chromes yet, so I feel like it's pretty good. Although I do feel like these velvets can sometimes look multi-chrome because the sparkle is a different shade than the like base color, so they do look kind of shifty. All right, I'm just trying to get that. So now we have two glitters, and say what you want about glitters, but they can be really beautiful. So I am just going to put down a little bit of Glam glue here just because they are glitters. And I remember seeing these on the Glam Shop like Instagram. They were showing, and I was like, oh my gosh, how have I missed these shades? And I didn't realize at the time that they were glitters. And it was so sweet because when Anara was like, she was kind of being sneaky. She's like, are there any other shades that you think, like, I just don't want to miss out on anything? And she was actually like, I guess I would say like pumping me for info on shades that I'd want, which was really sweet. So these were two that I put on my list. So you guys can see, even though they're glitters, they're not like super chunky. Like if you've ever had a like ColourPop glitter or, you know, some of those have, I mean, these definitely have a gritty feel, but they're not so chunky. I'm going to see if I can like, I wanted to get close, but I feel like it's like not focusing. All right. But these are super pretty. So this is Virus and Red Virus. I mean, like this, hello, so pretty. But these, because they are glitters, you're definitely going to want to use them over a glitter glue. They will not stick to your lids if you don't. They have that a little bit sandy texture to them. All right. So now let's get into some more of these. Thank you so much, Anara. That was so sweet of you guys to send those my way. Biggest surprise. Like, I was just like, what? Oh my gosh. So I really appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, you did get the insider info. All right. So let's go through. So first, why don't I do some of the new pastel? I think they're calling them like multi-pastel. What is the word that they're using for these? Okay, so let me pull it up. I think they are calling them like a multi-pastel. And I just want to show you guys the picture of these. I'm going to go to the Glam Shop website because these are the ones that it's like impossible to see what they're really going to look like. Multi-Pastel Pigments is what they're calling them. All right. So we're going to do these ones first because I don't even know. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So if you guys can see what these look like, right? So I was like, okay, what do these actually look like? Are they like mixed pan? Because you know that they have the, oh my gosh, what are they called? The other ones, they have that other formula where it's like two colors in one, the marble. And I was like, are these like kind of like a marble where they have two colors? Are they shifty? I don't know. So I have Pink Kiwi, and I also have, which is the, whoop, where did it go? There we go. I have Pink Kiwi, which is this one here. And then I also have Dragon Fruit, and I have Frozen Grape. Okay, so let's just take a second. I'm going to zoom this in so you guys can see that. And then I am going to show you this one. So I'm just going to like pop this. So this is Pink Kiwi. Oh. So I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure like what they were trying to represent. Hey, Aileen. Oh, and Kendall. Hey, guys. I have to say, it looks kind of funky. So you guys can see this is, again, Pink Kiwi. So it is kind of shifty, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. I don't know why this is not wanting to focus. So we're going to swatch her here. I'm going to get a nice big swatch so that we can hopefully see the shift. These are, hold on, I'm going to pull myself back up here. There we go. So yeah, I guess we do have a little bit of a shift. Let me turn this down. I mean, that's kind of cool, but it's not, it's so different. It's like, to me, this is like a satin that's kind of shifty. Let's see if we turn this down even more. Ooh. Oh, is this, why is it blinking? my flashlight is on the blitz. So it is definitely like shifty, but not super sparkly. It's like kind of subtle. Okay. So I'm going to pull this back up so that you guys can see this. How do I do this? No. Screen. Okay. So this one is pink grapefruit or dragon fruit. I'm making up my own shade names. So this is the one that's right next to that. Sorry, I'm having to like go backwards because of the screen share. So is that what you guys think that you would get from seeing this? Yeah, the picture is super, super deceptive. I mean, the shade is pretty, but okay. So these are like a very fine, very subtle reflect. I'm going to do a nice big swatch so that you guys can see here. They are, whoop, there we go. So there is a shift. Why do I keep like straying away? Okay, there we go. So I think that pink kiwi is kind of cool because it's got that like purple and green, but dragon fruit is not at all what I would think it would be. It is very pretty. Yes, Aileen, I think that you would really like this. So this is your kind of multi-chrome, I think. It's like a little bit more subtle. Oh my gosh, my fingers though. Okay. Oh yeah, Anara, maybe they will. You know, we'll have to use one of these on the eye to see. Okay, so now we're going to go into frozen grape. Let me pull that one up. So frozen grape is this one here. So it's obviously the one all the way to the other side. So this is the pan. It's so hard. And I know that it's probably hard for them to give a good representation, but I do think that on the Glam Shop website, they have a lot of like misleading pictures of pans. So I always try to find swatches online. So truly, that is why I wanted to get a few of these, was for you guys to be able to see what these look like. So to me, this doesn't have a crazy ton of shift. There we go. It's like, a little shifty. I don't know. Like, I think the most unique one is pink kiwi. The most wearable one is obviously that dragon fruit. Like, Aileen, I think that you could totally rock that. So I think that they're going to be pretty. We'll definitely have to try one on the lid. In person, like, I wonder if I can, like, if you guys can see, I'm trying to get up a little closer, but then the camera is going out of focus. Okay, there we go. So they do have a little shift to them, but they're not like a metallic shift. It's a subtle shift. Okay, so I wanted to show you those. Now we do have a couple of the multi-chromes. So I'm going to show you guys what these look like here. So I have Electric Mint and Hanky Panky. You guys can see right there. They're the first two. Let me get this in a little bit better. Hopefully this is helpful. Is this helpful to you guys, or am I like wasting your time? But I think that it's really nice to see what the reality of this formula looks like in person. All right, so we have Electric Mint. It's a very pretty shade. Ooh, she's pretty. Oh, I have to go like left when I want to go right. Oh, I didn't get ultra pretty. Darn it. Inara, I should have talked to you before my, oh, you know what? Boy, this really does have a very pretty shift. I don't think it's quite showing up. Let me turn this one off. I'm going to be in the dark here before you guys know it. Whoa, hold on. Camera, come back to me. Oh, that's not really showing it. I'm just trying to like have like a good representation. Nope, that's going to be too bright. All right. I was trying to get some lighting to show because you can actually really see in person. There's a pretty, maybe if I like turn it here, you guys can see there's like a purple into that teal. Yeah, you know, Anara, I've tried that before and I never seem to like be able to like show it. Hey, Stephen, welcome back. All right, so the other one we have is that Hanky Panky shade, and that is this one here. See now these, I will say these are a very sheer formula. So like if you guys can see on my finger, it's really very sheer. Like if you have the, like the Halo Moon, these are very silky. Like they don't have the texture or the flaky texture that some of those have. I'm just trying to make a nice big swatch here. So there is, what did I say that was? Hanky Panky. Yeah, Hanky Panky. So I think this is one that we'll have to use. Oh, Haley, you're totally good. I think this is a formula we'll have to use. So maybe we'll have to use one of the pastels and then one of these new multi-chrome formulas. So I think that they're going to work really great as a transformer or a topper. I'm not sure about the rest. Okay, so we're going to go through and swatch some of these other ones. I'm going to turn my light up a little bit more again. Okay, so here we have, I did get a couple more of the sweet, the velvet shadows. This one's called Sweet Temptation. This is a really pretty shade. I don't know how much more room I have on this arm. We're going to be moving over pretty soon. So you guys can see these velvet shadows to me almost have a little bit of shift, but they have more sparkle. So if you like a sparkle with a slight shift, I would go with that. If you like a slight shift, but you don't want glitter, I would go with like the Pastel Multichrome. All right, then we have the shade Moon Dust. This is one I totally got because of Anara. I saw her pan of Moon Dust and I was like, ooh. Yeah, Mary, I agree. I think that they probably will pop more over like a darker base. So this is Moon Dust. Whoop, Mary's hiding Moon Dust. I am going to change the focus on my camera. I think I can still do that here. Yep, hold on. Please stand by. Okay. Hopefully that's going to make it a little better. So then we have this shade. And Anara, I think you got this one too. His Majesty. I mean, look at the flip on this. It is the most beautiful shade. You guys know I'm not usually one to go for blues and purples, but this was just such an electric shade. I was like, yeah, need to have it. So, so pretty. Let's zoom you guys. Oh, I am zoomed in as much as I can. Oh no, I don't have room on here anymore. Okay, we're going to go up here. I mean, this is just a stunning shade. It's sort of like a periwinkle and a purple together. Yeah, this one is pretty. Oh, like, see when I like, I mean, just look at how much sparkle there is to that. I am telling you, Glam Shop just has some special shades. Okay, so now we have another one that I got because I saw Anara's. This is Elvish. This is, again, just a regular Turbo Glow. So this is This one is not swatching as well. It's a little bit of like a bit drier formula, but this definitely has a beautiful like sparkle to it, and it's almost like a pinky purple sparkle. So it's like a mint green with a little bit of sparkle to it. Yes, Stephen. I'm so by the way, Stephen had asked me like, hey, if I send you a little bit of money, will you do like a secret shopper for me and get me some Glam Shop? So Stephen, I really tried hard. I hope that you like it. I just tried to get you like a mix of formulas because I wanted you to be able to try some of the different formulas. Okay, so this is Cherry, and I believe this is another velvet shadow. So speaking in Polish, I was saying before that now I feel like I need to learn Polish so that I can pronounce all these shades because some of them still don't have English on them. That's really pretty. That's like a grungy burgundy. Very cute. So Jeremy and I were watching a program on Netflix, and it was actually a Polish program. So it was like dubbed over, but there was at one point where there was writing, and I was like, ooh, I think that means this because I saw that on Glam Shop Shadow. Jeremy's like, really? I was like, yeah, seriously, I think so. Okay, acrylic ice. I have to be honest, I literally do not remember ordering this one. I don't know if it was wrong. I'm gonna have to go through my order. Because I was like, I don't remember getting that one, but maybe I just thought it looked really pretty and it was a different color for me. Look how pretty she is. This is like a blue with a like reflective shift to it, like a pinky shift. Again, that's acrylic ice. She's a mystery to me. I did not remember ordering her, but I must have. Yeah, Aileen, some of these are going to be more glittery than you want, but some of them I think you could totally do. All right, this one is so pretty. This is super duper. This is like a beautiful pinky gold champagne combo. You guys, this one is going to be going on my face soon. So this reminds me of the vibes that you get from, oh my gosh, what is the one Divina shade that I really like? That's like a dupe for the Sashimi City shade, that pickled ginger shade. This is like a little bit more amped up. Yummy. And that one, again, was super duper, and it's super duper pretty. Okay, we have two more shimmers, and then I'm going to go into the formats, and then we'll do a little creation. Good night, Natalia. Oh, it does match my nails. Yes, I have new nails. I figured I should maybe take the yellow off for this Glam Shop mostly nude swatch party, which is not nude at all. Okay, this is Goddess. Because, I needed another champagne-y shade in my life. I don't know, Aileen. I feel like you, like something like this, you could rock that. So this is more of like it's almost a silvery base. It didn't look as silvery in the pan, but it's like silvery with like a pinky taupe shift to it. That's really pretty. And then the last one is Tome Back. And this one, again, I got because of Anara, because I was like, this is such an interesting shade. It's like a silver and a gold. It's like this weird pewter shade. Weird in a good way. Ooh, yes, Natalia. That's awesome. Maybe she'd just give us like some lessons. So yeah, this is like, it's like gold, silver, and olive. I mean, It's like the coolest thing. And this is a shade I never would have picked out if I hadn't seen the pan in person. So weird. I mean, this has such a pretty shift to it. Love it. Okay, now we're going to go through with these grungy mattes. So we'll see what these look like, these beautiful, colorful shades. So we have Pickled Peas. I definitely went for like the most disgusting grungy tones. Pickled Peas, Spoiled Matte, and Kwasniak. But like, look how cool that one is. I don't know what that is in English. I mean, these shades, they look really fun. Smooth those out a little bit. I mean, these are totally grungy green vibes. And they were like, let me see how much they were, because I have my, so these mattes were €1.24. So converted, that's still under $2 a piece for these. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then this last shade, is Sasakna, but I don't know what that is. We're going to look it up because this one is so pretty. Sasanka. Sasanka, you guys, not Sasakna. But this purple, like, again, if I'm going to go for a purple, I want it to be like in your face. Like, look at that. Wow. Oh, seriously, those bottom two combined, so pretty. And these are not, I personally don't think that they're showing up as vibrant as they do like in person. So cool. So that is swatches of all of the shades. So we've got a good bit. I'm going to go ahead and throw some of these on my eye so that we can see. So I'm assuming we want to see these pastels. So why don't we go ahead and throw these on? I'm just going to make sure my primer looks pretty good. Which of the three shades do you guys want to see? Do you want to see, where did they go? So we've got the kiwi shade, dragon fruit, and grape. Let me know which one you guys want to see. We'll do one of these, and then we can kind of go off of the shades from there. Yeah, Tori, seriously, it's a major purple. All right. Drop. You know what? That might. Which one, Mary? Was it one of the greens or one of these greens? Could be. They could have actually been from another palette. That might be why they're discounting them, is because they've been from palettes and they just had leftover pans. All right. I am going to lay down a little bit of that Glam glue. And I think I'm going to go in with that. Okay, let's do frozen grape. Frozen grape, yeah. Because I think what I'll do is I'll do the purple, that frozen grape, and then we'll put that kiwi one on the outside. Go from like a purple into a green. So I've got these damp. And I'm going through with a MAC 242 brush. Okay, so this definitely, honestly, this makes me feel like the Velvet shadows, that like subtle shift, but without the sparkle. It definitely has a shift for sure. All right, so we're gonna use the green shade out here. And I'm just gonna use the other side of the brush. So this is the pink kiwi, which is so weird because I don't see any kiwi, or I don't see any pink in this. Yeah, Aileen, this one is the Multi-Pastel pigments. They do definitely have some shadows that don't have like glitter in them, but these ones are definitely like that vibe. And I'm just going to smush them together. Ooh, okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, I like that. Can you see that green shift? I'm going to turn it down so it's not quite so blown out. Wow. All right. Coming through, Glam Shop. You're coming through. So why don't we go ahead and take a brush, and we're going to use that dragon fruit shade on the inner corner. So this was the lightest one of the three. And I'm again just going to kind of like feather those together. I feel like a grungy fairy. Wowie. That's really cool. Okay. So of course, you guys know I'm going to have to go through with this shade, right? Like, it's just to be noted. So let's go ahead and take the Rephr 14. Now, because these are some like drier shadows, make sure that you take off some of that kick up. Oh, I say as it like lands on my face. That's all right. That's why we didn't do concealer. Whoa. Bye, Melly. Thank you so much. Okay. Whoa. I'm obviously going to have to clean up that fallout, but it's incredible. That's so pretty, you guys. Like, I mean, for a shadow that's under $2, right? I need to double check my invoice here just to make sure. Okay, yeah. No, this one was $2 and $2.48. So in euros. So still like under $3, under $3 for this much pigment. You gotta be kidding me. Super cool. Okay. Now I need to clean up this situation. I don't really want to do this, but I'm just going to take this makeup wipe. I never actually use makeup wipes on my face, but for the sake of time, because I know we've all been here a really long time, but that's what happens when we have 5 million shadows to swatch. I didn't really get any fallout on the other side though, so that's good. And let's go ahead and take a little concealer. We'll just go through with good old Age Rewind from Maybelline. This is a little light for me right now, but all right, blend this in. Oh, Aileen, you missed me putting on that blushy highlight shade. Oh, Girl, this would look gorgeous on you. Trying not to give myself like racing stripes between the colors here. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm going to take whatever's left on my BK Beauty 104 and just like powder that, because I'm sure that there's still a little RCMA left. I'm going to turn this back up just a smidge. All right, so now we're going to take, let's take the Rephr 26, and I'm going to take that bright green. We're going for it. This one's going underneath the lash line. Again, tap off. We're just going to have a good grungy under eye situation here. But I think that it like goes with the, like with the green that's in that pink kiwi shade. Super fun. I need a little bit more of that dragon fruit shade though in my inner corner. So pretty. Okay, now let's just finish up the under eye on the other side. And I really want to use the black shade to see just how pigmented it is. We'll go through with the black from the Nude Mandala. But I'm just going to take a very small brush. I've got the E21 from Sigma. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this in the outer corner. I do find that sometimes it's more difficult to get a matte to lay down over a shimmer shade, especially if you've used it wet or used it with a glitter glue like we did, but it's covering up pretty well. I had to build it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to do like the outer bit. And then we'll take that reddish brown from the palette that I used in my upper crease. And carry that through. So pretty. You know, I have this green liner that I got with my camo collection. I think I'm going to put it on my lower lash line on this side. Hey, Tammy, you're good. We're just finishing up. Wow, you guys, this Glam Shop green liner, this is the one from the camo set. I got it and I've never used it. And I was like, well, no time like the present. And it's going on really well in my waterline. I'll have to wear this for a little bit and I'll let you know how it lasts. That was impressive. Well, we definitely have two different looks going on. So I'm going to just give my face a quick spray down. So you'll have to let me know, what was your favorite thing from tonight's swatch party while I finish up? I'm going to also move this because I feel like it's been driving me nuts. Did you have like a set of shadows? Aileen, I think that you would actually really like those multi-pastels. I will say I'm disappointed in the range of the matte palette, but I knew that that's the way it was going to be. I knew it was going to come, and those first few shades were really light. So it's not like they were deceiving to me, but I do think that it's going to be tricky. If you are medium to deep skin tone, you will really only be able to use 2/3 of the palette, which is, you know, disappointing. I really think that those first two shades, they probably could have just had one of them, because I don't think that they're like that different from each other, but the rest of the shades I thought had really good variety. And I know that I'm going to get really good use out of this neutral shimmer palette for sure. Yeah, Aileen, you look pretty in these shades. And I'm just using a little bit of L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. I wanted to pull out a drugstore mascara since the rest of the face was drugstore. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have one tube of this left. This is like my favorite lengthening mascara. I have so many mascaras to use that I was like, I probably should pull out something that's a little bit older, but I didn't have any that were drugstore. So I wanted to pull this one out. But this just gives you such nice, like long lashes. So usually I would even just use this as an eye primer or a lash primer. So I think that the next swatch party we have will be, will probably be the Cleona bundles. That'll be fun. And I just finally got my Wayne Goss Pearl palette in today. For me, the shipping was much slower than I'm used to with Beautylish. I did not pay for the expedited, like the extra fast, and my order wasn't over 75. I just got the palette. So maybe that's why, but I was like, wow, Beautylish is usually here within a few days, and it took a little bit longer. So I will be filming for that if you guys want to see that. But let me know what kind of content you want to see. I do have a fun makeup tag going up this week. I think this was fun. I'm going to be excited. I don't know about you guys, but I've been definitely doing more like bronze neutral looks this summer. I don't know if it's just because I want like quick, easy makeup, but it's definitely been about the ease and like a little bit of bronze. I totally got mascara on my lower lash line over here. Always happens, never fails. Will somebody tell me how I got mascara down here? How does that happen? All right. So I definitely, if you are in the market for a beautiful, like, oh, it's already, see, I feel like it's already starting to get like kind of breaky uppy again, but I really did like this blush slash highlighter. If you are a medium to deep skin tone, it will definitely be a beautiful highlighter. For me, it's going to be that like highlight slash blush topper. This I was totally happy with. Of course, I enjoyed all of the singles. I'm definitely going to have to cool it on the Glam shop now for a while though, because I have so much that I can't be buying any more palettes, although I really would like another one of these palettes. So if you're a rose gold slash champagne lover like me, you will definitely love it. I just want to check the chat. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I am really happy with both of these looks. Definitely a contrast from each other. Oh, so I like the carbon black one. I know that the regular telescopic is a big one for people too, but I love this. I think L'Oreal does some nice mascaras. All right. Was the shimmer palette glittery? So they are sparkly, but I would say that there's just a couple shades in here that have more shimmer. You'll have to check the replay to like see the swatches again. I will Marco Polo you too. You know, we got the inside scoop. So I will send you a couple shades too. But I think you would like it. There might be a couple shades that you find extra glittery, but they're not like Fallout glittery. I don't know why I keep saying glitterly tonight. It's literally glitterly. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I know it's getting kind of late. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. And also let me know what you guys would like to see in the future. I have to say, I saw Emily Noel do this video recently where it was like a do my makeup how my subscribers suggest. So like trying things out of the norm for me, which I thought would be kind of fun. So I might be popping a little question bar onto Instagram and maybe on my community tab. If you guys would like to see that done live, I thought that could be kind of fun, like doing things out of the norm for me that you guys would like to see. So I think that could be really fun. But this was a great swatch party. We had 4 arms worth. So 4 arms of swatches. The towel did not work on my lap. My lap looks like a rainbow, so that's when you know we've had fun. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate you so much. I will see you really soon. Bye, guys.